A warm welcome back to the Information Security Stack together with me, Daniel Gustafsson and Kim Hindart.
Hubba.
Today, Kim, we are going to talk about unicorns.
Yeah.
And you might wonder what and why, and we will explain. Quite recently in Swedish press and media, there was an article posted by an interest group for Swedish IT companies, which stated that the development and the development cycles within Swedish councils and Swedish governments are hindered by the fact that we do not have an agreement in place with the American hyperscalers at this specific time. And that we are too locked into the American hyperscalers. That was really the claim to begin with, that we have been so locked in that we can't now with a non-existing privacy shield deal, we can't get anywhere. So we figured, let's not talk too much about that specific article. Let's talk about the fact that clouds in general are not the solution for everything unless you're actually willing to do something about it in terms of your staff and your applications and your willingness to change. So let's call Unicorn Quest. Where do we begin?
Yeah, because a lot of people, at least I guess this is true all over Europe, but at least here in Sweden, we get the sense that a lot of people is waiting for the unicorn to arrive.
Yes.
Because they figure it's really, really difficult to change our IT legacy. Really old applications running on mainframes, for instance, and you have a really hard time changing that and breaking out of that bond. And they believe that if I just go cloud, then everything will be fine.
Yes.
And no, it won't.
Why?
Because it will still be the same old tired application.
But we've been told that clouds will fix everything.
Absolutely, and here, hence the unicorn.
Hence the spotted unicorn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unicorns is not true.
No.
If someone shows you a unicorn, it's a horse with a carrot glued to his head.
Yes.
Just to be clear, no, there's no unicorns. And I know all the Loch Ness people will chase me now.
Yeah, so give that up as well. It's not true either. So.
And this is the problem when you think that one technical magical solution will solve all your problems. It won't.
No.
You still need the people to work in a certain manner.
Yep.
We will link to a video about a bank in Sweden that changed programmable infrastructure, handling everything as code, building your entire stack from scratch through a single code base, including the infrastructure. That's a great necessity for moving into agile IT. You're running microservices, doing this. So programmable infrastructure is a necessity. But it's just one of the many necessities.
Yes.
And programmable infrastructure by itself will not resolve your problems unless you change the way you work.
Yes. It's humans still working with the applications and the behaviors that we have currently today. If we don't change them, if we actually don't work to become autonomous teams, or if we actually are not willing to become agile, and we still continue to build applications that are very locked to a specific server or IP address or a MAC address, or even worse, we cannot change it because one server fails, everything crashes and dies. If that is the situation we're in today, a cloud won't solve anything. And this is the IT industry's fault, because we told the market once when the clouds came around that this is something new, this is something you've never seen before, and if you put your data in a cloud, everything will be smooth, it will never go down.
Yes.
Lie.
And especially we told them it would be a lot cheaper as well.
Oh, goodness me, yes.
That's a horrible lie. So just be clear. If you're waiting for the magic unicorn to appear to solve all your legacy IT problems, don't wait for that.
No.
And I can totally agree that a lot of government agencies especially have this huge obstacle to overcome.
Yep.
And people complain, oh, but we have this huge forest that we need to cut down. Where do you begin? Yeah, you begin with one tree in a corner.
Yes.
And you move on from there.
Pick one and start there.
But if you don't roll up your sleeves and start cutting trees, you won't get anywhere.
No.
And you cannot wait. No, it's not a good thing to just sit there and wait. But this has nothing to do with that there's legal disambiguity surrounding the using hyperscalers. That has nothing to do with that.
No.
There's perfectly fine total legal clouds to use as well.
Yes.
This is just that you don't want to do the effort of changing. And I can agree that it can look insurmountable.
Yep.
This is a huge forest. I totally agree on that, especially on a lot of government agencies. And this is not true just for Sweden. This, I would dare say, is true for a lot of Europe.
Oh, for sure. I mean, goodness me, if we went to Germany or Spain or France or wherever, we would probably hear a similar story. I would assume.
But there's no magic bullet. You need to change the teams. You need to change how you work. Yes. And the sooner you start to doing that, the better.
Yeah. And I would say all the old legacy systems, I mean really properly old legacy systems that might exist and do exist, and we know them exist in current infrastructures and data centers around Europe today, leave them there.
Don't do cloud.
No, don't even think about making them a cloud application, because it's not worth the effort, because you're going to have to rewrite everything, you're going to have to redo everything, at least the vast majority of it. It's just going to be a pain in the you-know-what. But if you have the intention of making a digital transformation to a new platform and a new way of working and a new way of distributing services, microservices, whatever it might be, then yes, cloud is an awesome tool to use and an awesome industry platform.
But if you do the effort in changing the people and how you work, it doesn't matter what cloud. No. Any cloud works.
Yes.
That's the highlight.
Literally any cloud.
Any cloud will work.
Yeah. As long as that cloud supports automated and programmable infrastructure, then anyone will actually do.
And then I will say the hyperscalers provide a perfectly fine solution. If it weren't just that there's a lot of legal questioning about that now. So,
and once again, we understand. Let me just be very clear. I super understand, and I actually feel with a lot of companies, and especially government agencies, councils, and so on, which have been limited for years in what they actually can do in their data infrastructure and so on. I understand that the situation with Privacy Shield falling, the whole situation we have now, tons of servers and applications that are being deemed unlawful to use, and even I understand that's a pain. I truly do. But the mere fact that we are waiting for something to happen in order to us to just be able to continue to work the way we always done is not the solution. You're going to have to change anyway, and it starts with the persons, the people in your actual organization. The willingness, and here's the second thing, the willingness from the organization management to change. And I think just the mere thought that this can take up to maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 years to change is a scary proposition. But you're going to have to allow yourself that time.
Absolutely, because let me tell you here and now, there will not come a unicorn.
No.
There will be no unicorns. So if you wait for the unicorn to save you, if you're waiting, I intend to ride the unicorn to glory. First off, if you don't know how to ride a horse, you need to train how to ride a horse anyway.
Yes.
So just try and go out without any training and ride a horse. You won't succeed. It will be very painful for you mostly. The poor horse will suffer a bit too, but for you mostly. Just rest assured for that. And there is no unicorns.
No.
So don't wait for a unicorn.
No.
Start learning how to ride your horse yourself.
A very smart person once said that an idea without a strategy is a dream. And I fear that way too many organizations and government agencies has a dream of just, please, alakazam, alakazoo, we fixed our problems. But unfortunately, you just need to put a strategy in place in order to how to change, and to your point, start cutting down one tree at a time.
And shifts in technology often comes with this overpromise of the single glory that will solve all your problems.
Yes.
And that's not true. So don't wait for unicorns.
No.
Ginny at IBM.
Yep. CEO at IBM.
Former CEO.
Oh, so former. My bad. Yes, she used to be the one.
Used to be CEO. She told a very true statement. Going cloud will give you 10 times the speed of change, but 3 times the cost.
Yeah.
And that's very true. So the biggest mistake we did in the cloud industry. And I say, blame your suppliers, because we were totally ignorant.
We are at fault here, to be honest.
We promised unicorns and we promised cost reductions.
Yes.
And that's not true, either one of them.
No. And when we talk unicorns, we mean magic services, meaning all the great all the services and features that you can get your hands on into a cloud. The promise was, just use these services and everything will be fine. You will never have downtime. You will never go down. Everything will just be perfect.
And no, you need to change your application as well.
Yes.
That's the biggest problem. You cannot just, now I put my application into the cloud.
Yeah.
If you have the same procedures, if you have the same processes, if you have the same people that are used to working with physical hardware, you just switch one platform for another, one type of hosting for another.
Yeah.
No, you won't be any more efficient. So you need to recode any cloud provider. Every single cloud provider, none of them will magically reprogram your old legacy application.
No.
You have to do that yourself.
Yes.
Sorry to say, yes, that's an effort you have to take.
But in order for this to work as well, and I think this is a big deal as well, the way services are presented from the market itself, that message needs to change.
Yeah.
Because it is, unless, I mean, all right, so fair enough. You and me have been working in this industry for a combined of almost 50 years. Yeah. Jesus Christ, we're old, Kim. So, okay, we have a good understanding how this industry actually works and how the services works, and that is not for everyone. I mean, that's not common knowledge for everyone, right? But the message that's being sent out from the providers, from the cloud providers, of the greatness of their service and the services, that promise has to be also in correlation to the effort. And I know that's poor marketing, I understand this. So if there are marketing people out there and say, no, that's not how you market, you have to make it sound easy and usable. I understand that. But at the same time, the services in the sense of making everything great, all the legacy data, just put it in the cloud, everything will be fine. No, that's not true. The effort has to go in. You have to work with your people here, folks. The staff that you have, and no, firing them is not the solution either, unless they're unwilling to completely change. But that is not the solution. You have to work with them, educate them, make sure they get the time to change. And then you have to follow a set strategy and allow yourself for it to take time.
It will take time, but the sooner you start, the better.
Yes. I mean, of course, yeah, they should have started a long time ago, but sitting around waiting for the American hyperscales to become legal again is not the answer.
It still won't help you.
No.
You need to retrain the staff anyway, even if you use the American hyperscalers.
Yes.
They won't magically build an application for you.
So let's say that EU tomorrow comes up with the privacy bridge and we're all fine. The agreement is in place again. Everything is just all fine. Still, and all the American hyperscalers are available again to use. Which, and to be fair, I like those services. They are tremendous services. I have nothing against them. But just waiting for that to become legal will not fix the issue.
You will still need to retrain how to use them.
Yes.
And to use them optimally, you need to do new work. You need to train and work in another way.
In new way, new processes, new way of working. So that is what the whole unicorn hunt is all about in terms of clouds and cloud services. Now, if you have anything that you want to bring up and you want to question, if you want to have anything added to the discussion, you can reach us at citynetwork.eu/podcast. You can also participate if you want to, and that would be nice, Kim. We would like to have some people on here to make this discussion even more.
Especially if one of you have found the unicorn, please tell us.
Please do. Please do. Or if you're in the same belief as us that they don't exist, let us know. With that being said, let's talk next time.
Hubba.